corner very slowly. I can just see it at the corner of my eye. So Bulgra was built in 2004 by the Exmoor Steam Railway Company as the South Downs Line Railway grew from its fledgling state in 2000. They needed a bigger engine to help deal with the increasing passenger loads, and they worked with Exmoor to design a tank engine that was both very strong and capable but could negotiate the tight curves of the railway. And here's Bulgra, wearing Stradley brown for the rest of us. And that's Bulgra. Peggy was built in 2007, also by the Exmoor Steam Railway, and is a fairly carbon copy of her sister Bulgra. As the railway continued to grow, Bulgra was doing such a good job, they thought, well, let's have another one. And Peggy was built and is owned by the South Downs Light Railway Society, wearing Great Eastern blue livery. And off she goes. And here we go. Bulgra's coming round for lap number 2. Next up, here comes Bagnall number 1, Alice. Alice was built in 2001, especially for the railway. She's modelled on a Bagnall 042 and is a half-size version of. And she spent the last 24 years pottering around the garden centre and lived here ever since. Here comes Peggy through for lap number 2. It's a very popular engine amongst the crews here at the South Downs Light Railway, I'm sure all the crews would agree. Next up, we have number 197, Agapanthus. Agapanthus was built in 1997 by David Curwen. David Curwen, a very well-famed model engineer in the miniature railway world. She was built, modelled on a half-scale quarry hunslet of Linder and Blanche up at the Festiniog Railway. Originally running at the Audley End Railway in Essex, she moved to the South Downs Railway in 2019 and after doing some work with the running fleet here. Originally named Barbara Curwen as well, was renamed Agapanthus when she joined the railway. Next up, number 2, Odd Job. Odd Job was built by one of the members here at the South Downs Light Railway and does what she says on the tin, a lot of the odd jobs around the railway. Often not doing the more glamorous passenger work, she's often the engine in the morning and in the evening shunting away or forming up all the coaches ready for the day's work. Odd Job renowned for its speed. They're a very useful engine, Odd Job. Odd Job very much does that job here. Next up, sticking with the electric theme, we've got number 38, Merlin. When Merlin was first built in the early 2000s, she was a 7 1/4 petrol locomotive, so neither the right size or the right transmission that it is today. It was rebuilt as an electric locomotive, and she's often out on the permanent way trains, so moving ballast, sleepers, or any upgrades and repairs to the track that need doing. Another very useful engine, not often out on the passenger duty. Next up, we've got Coronation, number 6220. It was built by Ernest Dove in 1946, so she's knocking on the door of 80 years old next year. It was based on an LMS Coronation Pacific. She's worked at many different railways over the years, including Syon Park in London, and before moving to South Downs, is based at the Eastleigh Lakeside Miniature Railway. It's the first of many times I think we're going to hear about the Eastleigh Lakeside Railway for the rest of this cavalcade. She joined the railway in 2019. Next up, we've got 6100, Royal Scott, more affectionately known around here as Scotty. Scotty was built by Carland Engineering in 1948 and is loosely modelled on an LMS Royal Scott and moved here from the Eastleigh Lakeside Railway. Scotty was carrying around what the latest railway to grow in the was built in 2003 by Captain for the Eastleigh Lakeside Railway. Jesse Moody was instrumental in returning the full-size Lord Nelson's traffic in the mid-2000s and getting that back out running on the main line. And someone challenged him one night that he couldn't do one front and down, and he did. He also built a 7 1/4 one that didn't really have 4 cylinders. Comes Merlin again. Very cheerful driver there. And here comes the Nigel, 13245. Only returned to traffic this week in the run-up to the event after rather super effort from the engineering team here to get Nova ready in time for the event. It was one of the original home fleet back in 2000. It was built in 1984. And lived at various private railways before running up railway here. Based on a Stanley Nova, and only with one left in existence up at the Severn Valley Railway. He now has a new boiler and a very happy driver, Terren. Coronation, through for another place. And here comes Lion, 7. Modelled on the Liverpool and Manchester Lion. She appeared in an auction a handful of years ago as a real quirk and oddity of our wonderful miniature railway gauge. Lion is towing around Lily, Harry Spencer's new project. Loosely based on a Terren, but with a very different body on it, and hopefully we'll be seeing Lily running around the South Downs Line Railway very soon. Modelled on a GR Atlantic, and was built in 1964 for Lord Braybrook of the Audley End estate, and for his railway there. In 2019 she was sold off in the same auction as Agapanthus and was taken into private ownership and arrived at the South Downs Railway in 2024. There's James and the Mogul, come round again. And there's probably one of the smallest engines here on the railway, and is based on a Wisbeach and Upwell tram locomotive. Well, to you and I, it's basically Toby, isn't it? Now there's electric, using a 12-volt Bulgra, which is super power. And around the corner comes 4498 Sir Nigel Gresley. Sir Nigel Gresley, modelled on an LNER A4 class. He's on loan to the South Downs Line Railway at the moment from the Eastleigh Lakeside Miniature Railway. Sir Nigel Gresley towing around the Cowlins A3 Flying Scotsman. Flying Scotsman's just received a new order. And we'll be returning to see here at the South Downs Line Railway very, very soon. Unfortunately not quite in time for enjoying the festivities this weekend, but enough to be towed around by her LNER sister, Sir Nigel Gresley. Sir Nigel Gresley was built in the 1960s by Bill Kirkland. Not too many engines left now. And here comes number 3292, John Terren. This freelance Atlantic was built all the way back in 1908. It is 117 years old and still has its original boiler, which is quite remarkable for an engine of this size. John Terren also had the pleasure back in 2000 of hauling the first passenger train here at the South Downs Light Railway. It's a real pleasure to have her back here this weekend. Oh, and Anna's turned up again. And round the corner comes LMS Black 5, well, Red 5 in this case, Ayrshire Yeomanry. Ayrshire Yeomanry was built in 1950 by Guest Engineering of Stourbridge. Visiting from her home at the Infield Light Railway. However, she did used to be a resident here at the South Downs for a period before returning back to Infield in 2010. And here comes the Hymek, D7054. D7054 was built in 2000 for the South Downs Light Railway. It's a diesel hydraulic, much like full-size Hymek. It was the first diesel locomotive at the South Downs Light Railway. Now lives at Infield and is back visiting for the weekend. Well everyone, the Hymek was the last engine to pass through. That is the end of the cavalcade. Of course, we've still got them coming round for another lap on the inside. And once the Heimet comes through again, that concludes our 25th anniversary cavalcade. Has everyone had a lovely day? Okay, don't all sound too enthused about it.
We have.
The drivers are all like, I like it, I can speak from experience. Anybody would like to head over to the green and the picnic area? All of the engines will parade through one more time over there. And then there'll be a photo opportunity over by the carriage sheds where they will all line up together.